So for this program, actually, all the Indian schools are invited. Around 15 schools are participating.
Okay.
And they will be discussing on various topics for these 2 days.
Yeah, the closing ceremony is tomorrow evening, isn't it?
Yes, sir. And that topic is like arguments to consensus.
A very good morning to all the present here, principal and principal.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, sir.
A great leader is not the one who searches for consensus, but the one who molds it. Good morning, distinguished guests, teachers, and my dear young friends. We heartily welcome all of you to Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir's Third Model United Nations Assembly, a befitting platform to stimulate, enhance, and reciprocate cooperation, diplomacy, and refine the skill sets of young delegates to take on global challenges.
Hi everyone, welcome to WADI KABIR Model United Nations 2021. I'm very glad to see a large number of enthusiastic participants from all the schools to discuss global issues and to fully represent United Nations as it is. Wonderful opportunities for all of you to have a network of students discussing global issues by suggesting all possible solutions and exchange ideas. It truly fosters the skills of public speaking, debating and diplomacy that is essential for the global citizens. Wishing you all the best. Join us, WKMUN.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating words. On this momentous occasion, it's our proud privilege and fortune to welcome Shri Kiran Asherji as the chief guest of the opening ceremony. A distinguished diplomat, motivator, and facilitator, he stands tall amidst the gala of envoys. Sir, we are immensely honored by your gracious presence here this morning. Your aura has lent a unique charm to the occasion. Mr. Kiran Asher, a descendant of the famous Qazi family, a title bestowed upon his family by Sultan Sayyid Taimur in the 19th century, is the founder, partner, and group managing director of a Lansari group of companies established in 1975, which now has evolved into a group of 12 companies in various industries across Asia. Mr. Asher has a Bachelor of Technology honors in Industrial Engineering and Management. An active member of multiple Indian associations, he has been the chairman of the board of directors of Indian Schools in Oman, former chairman and an incumbent member of the education cell of the Indian merchant community. He is the current treasurer of the Oman Cricket Board, a trustee of Indian Social Club Oman, Gokuldas Kimchi Trust Manvi, and a member of the fraternity of Indian businessmen at Jebel Ali Free Zone Authority, United Arab Emirates. He has also been conferred with the prestigious Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award by the Government of India. I request all of you to please accord him a warm welcome. Welcome, sir. As a former member of the British Parliament, Edwin Harvey once said, "A day without prayer is a day without blessing, and a life without prayer is a life without power." We shall now begin our day with a prayer song. With that blissful prayer, we once again welcome all of you to this momentous occasion. A secret to the success of our previous editions have been our eminent panel of judges. It's my privilege to introduce our eminent judges to the committee. Today, we have with us Mrs. Soni Budhia, a passionate artist who has participated in various exhibitions in Oman, Greece, Dubai, and India. Her paintings adorn the walls of many galleries and beautiful homes. She has won the second prize in the Paint for Peace art competition held by the Omani Society for Fine Arts. She is a Toastmaster and has served in various capacities in the Elite Toastmasters Club. During her tenure as president of Elite Toastmasters Club, it was awarded the best club for members in Oman from District 105. I request ma'am to accept our happiness and gratitude for her presence in our midst. DTM George Thomas, the CEO of Middle East Management Consultancy and Marketing. He is one of the founding members of the Toastmasters movement in Oman way back in 1999. He is the co-founder and founder president of Kimchi Toastmasters and mentor, sponsor for many Toastmaster clubs in Oman. He was a division governor of Oman during 2010 to 2011. He has attained his second DTM award from Toastmasters International recently. I request sir to accept our happiness and gratitude for his presence in our midst. I also take this opportunity to accord a warm and cordial welcome to all the delegates, faculty advisors, members of the school managing committee, and all other guests for attending this ceremony. We all are indeed delighted and honored by your presence on this significant day. A true welcome is never complete without warm words and warmer gestures. I now request our honorable chief guest, Srikiran Asherji, to address the gathering.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar. All the member of the ISWK, SIMC, and the other board members, other committee members, principals, students, organizers, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first thank you all for asking me to be part of it, including me into your this wonderful, very important the event that you have got. And I'm really very, very happy to be involved and say something and contribute something towards that. I mean, talking about United Nations, I don't think anybody has to know what United Nations is. But I mean, when you compare like in a family, there is a head of the family, there is a community leader, there are, the mayors, this one. So whenever something has to be discussed, has to be solved, resolved, the arguments are there and one has to be done, and when come to a consensus, we have to have a body to do that. And I think for that, I mean, okay, in the family, in the country, in the community, you can always get one and resolve most of the time. But how about the various nations globally? And where we require some unit or some an institution who will take care of this sort of trouble. And I think in that consensus, or in this idea, in 1945, 24th of October, United Nations was really created. And I think it's very important body to place the representative, them all into a one group and work as a family. And it also reminded me of our ancient Hindu culture or Hindu ancient formula, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Now, you see, we said universe is one family. So now you require somebody as a family head to have this universe family to look after and to take care of it. So I think in 24th of October, every year, we have been celebrating that as a UN United Nations Day. And I'm glad that, we at the Indian School Fraternity has always been supporting that. And WADI KABIR is for last seven odd years has been, doing this sort of service and getting students to understand and involve themselves so they can discuss the various topics and in contemporary word. This way, students' arguments, debates, discussion can bring so many consensus or conclusions. Now, today, I mean, we have, let's see what does this help? How does it help this one? What does it advantage of this particular, the exercises? Definitely by this sort of exercise the school is conducting, a sort of the United Nations model, it really gives a good platform for the word of issues to the students. It gives opportunity for creating a solution to the challenging word and also to learn how to debate respectfully and learn decorum and dignity. And this is what we have to learn once we do attend something like that. Now, if you understand or know about the value of United Nations, was very much evident at the time of COVID. I mean, the whole world got together. The vaccines was really discovered jointly, were distributed universally, globally to needy, and help was given to everybody else. I think that's why you realize the importance of United Nations as a body. And I think this is what we are simulating here, and we must learn from that. So how we can really, affect the various degrees of nations that come under one help and developing this particular problem that we have been, and we work unitedly. If we work unitedly, I'm sure we can manage it well and harmoniously. I mean, this sort of thing holds also these sort of seminars or the conducts programs also teach students how to work on word peace and word unity, develop speaking skills and the cooperating learning, critical thinking, develop global vision and citizenship, social responsibility, principles of tolerance, and many more. Today, you have got a theme of from argument to consensus. And also, you've got two topics of drones and preservation of cultural heritage in warlike situation. Now, I didn't want to dwell on those subjects, but these are the things that you put three topic that you have got, and you have to be talking about it, discussing about it. And I'm sure coming out with analysis, summary, or consensus. And I will be very much happy once the exercise is done to see what the final outcome of this entire setup that you had come out like that. Now, see, let's look at this separately, three different things separately. When people exchange arguments, this helps reach consensus through common knowledge. Without above, we come to a place of an incomplete information and hence making harder to reach consistency or consensus. We must learn to listen with both ears and with open mind. Arguments leading to consensus benefit you in all stages of life, whether you are in school, at work, with your siblings, partner, children, and whatever conditions you are in. This exercise will definitely help you in life. Two subjects that you have got, one is drone. I mean, technology is developing so fast these days. very difficult to know where will be, where will you be ending it at the end of the day? Now, there are pros and cons for technology here, but drones are these are also unmanned aerial vehicles being used where human flights are not difficult to reach, or they are risky for them to go there. And they are of various types. Now, I don't want to give in detail because we will be discussing about that. But their applications are in the various sectors like photography, agriculture, construction, and public safety and security. In commercial world also, one can make use of these drones to enhance one's business with advanced capabilities. It is estimated that drone industry may reach over $120 billion very, very soon. So it's going to be a very big industry, and I think you're very right topic to discuss about. Wars is another one topic that you have got, in which the culture and heritage in warlike situation, how to save this one. And sadly, the willful destructions of cultural properties has a lengthy history. We know this well. In past, from World War I, World War II, or maybe even before that, so many things have happened. But now to save those is our responsibilities. The right action taken during the war in anticipation will surely contribute towards safeguarding our heritage. We have to be prepared. We cannot just ignore it. If you say anticipate something is coming up, we have to be ready to how to preserve our heritage, how to preserve our culture, and take your best to protect it so nobody can take it away from you. And sometimes, the other side of this coin can be that cultural heritage, whilst targeted for destruction in war, can also be used to help heal after conflict and to reconcile people with their former enemies and their past. Rather dwelling more on these topics, I will let you all dwell on them and come out with a consensus. And will, as I said earlier, will appreciate the summary report once you have done that one. Finally, let me wish you all participants a good luck, all the best. May we arrive at a sensible consensus to benefit the entire world, to be a better place to live in. We all have responsibilities, and here is the opportunity and time to give back to this world as our duty, to society as our duty. We pray that this mock UN Assembly to bring good results for all of us and for the benefit of the peace in the world. Thank you once again for letting me part of this wonderful event, very important event that you have got in your inter-school fraternity family. Would it be happy to learn about the results once it's analyzed? Thank you once again. May God bless us all. Namaskar and Ma Salama. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was indeed an enlightening speech, and I'm sure that delegates would have learned valuable lessons from your experience. Now, we invite you to watch a video introducing the agendas for UNESCO and UNGA for WKMUN 2021. Your wings of glory already exist. All you have to do is fly. In the 21st century, where we live in a highly modernized and advanced world, a tiny machine as big as your palm, the ability to reach heights and deliver essentials all over the world, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce each one of you to the agendas for UNGA. Eyes in the Sky, the future of drones. War breaks the bonds of culture. Diplomacy is what builds it back. In the advent of advanced weaponry, it is essential to bring about action to preserve culture and heritage. I am honored to present the agenda for UNESCO, preservation of cultural heritage during warlike situations. Now, we humbly request the chief guest, Srikiran to declare the third edition of WADI KABIR Model United Nations open.
I, Kiran, declare the WADI KABIR Model United Nations Conference in session open. Thank you very much.
We have now come to the end of the opening ceremony. We request all delegates and faculty advisors to join their respective committee Zoom links, circulated prior hand with the proper naming convention. We thank each one of you for attending this ceremony, and we wish all the best to all the delegates for their respective committee sessions. Thank you, and on to 2 days of constructive and mesmerizing MUN experience.
Thank you all for joining. We will be meeting you in the next meeting ID. Thank you, sir, for honoring this event.